How's it going, everyone? I am SplatterPotter1 here with some more Pokemon news. And recently, the brand new Corocoro leaks have come out for July of 2016, showing more information for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. And even more information for Pokemon Sun and Moon also comes in the form of a brand new Japanese trailer for the games. So let's go over the Corocoro scans first. So there's two new Pokemon. The first is a bear-looking thing with a raccoon tail. The second is a Pikachu ghost-like thing. But anyway, here's what the information is. The bear is called Kitaraguma and is a normal fighting type with the abilities Fluffy and Klutz. Fluffy seems like a new ability, whereas I've heard about Klutz before. And the ghost is called Mimikyu and is a ghost fairy type, and it has the ability False Colors, so that definitely is new. Who knows what that could do? It says, people in Alola are scared of Kitaraguma to the point of having warning signs about it. It is really strong and can break anything in two. It likes to hug its trainers, but is strong. Raising one puts your life in danger. Mimikyu hates sunlight, preferring dark places. It is rumored that the cloth covering its body is a strategy to avoid the sun. Don't try to remove the cloth. It is said that those that do become afflicted with an illness. Mimikyu's costume is based on Pikachu merch that was popular 20 years ago. It wants to be loved by people like Pikachu is. Alright, so that's the two new Pokemon. And now let's move on to the information from the trailer. So, here we have some screenshots from the trailer. This first one confirms that Pikachu will of course be in the game. This next one also confirms that Butterfree will be in the game. This next one shows basically the results screen after the Battle Royale, that new mode. Alright, so you can see the player on the bottom right, it was the winner here. Alright, so this shows both screens when outside of battle. So you can see there that the menu is always present on the bottom screen, and on the bottom left of the bottom screen you can see a button to go back. So maybe the PSS is still there, and maybe you could just have the menu always present as an option or something, because you can see that the player on the top screen is running. Just make it out. Alright, so this next screenshot confirms that Eevee will be in the game. And this next one shows the evolutions available for Eevee. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 evolutions. So I don't think there's going to be a new evolution, because if there were, it'd show it here. And because each of those slots can be taken up by a previously existing evolution, that those being Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Umbreon, Espeon, Leafeon, Glaceon, and Sylveon. Yep, that makes all 8. So this next screenshot confirms that Lilliput will be in the game. This next one confirms Poliwag. Yeah, that's it. Always get its evolutions confused. This next one confirms Miltank. And this next one is really interesting. We have the male Pokemon trainer doing some sort of weird pose, and then immediately after we see this Pikachu with a huge yellow aura around it doing this extremely powerful looking electrical attack. So who knows what that could be. It has something very important to do with the player and their Pokemon trainer, so that must be something. This confirms that Pokemon Ami will be coming in this next screenshot. I wonder what that thing is that's being controlled by the stylus. To be honest, to me it looks like some sort of Porygon themed hair dryer. It looks like a hairdryer in the shape of a Porygon, and if you look on the top right of the screen, you can see an icon for brushing. And then immediately after, we see the animation of Pikachu being happy, and we see the various other options appear. On the bottom left is the option to go back. On the bottom right is to switch Pokemon. On the top right is for the brushing thing, and on the top left is what I assume is feeding. Alright, so this next screen is one where the player does trades, so this is immediately before a trade. It seems a bit more complicated, or at least where you go to do multiplayer things, showing information there. And this is the actual trade animation for this game. It looks so cool. You can see the Pokeballs racing across the screen, making shreds of lines as they go through, a blue line and a green line. It looks so cool. And then you have the two Pokemon on the opposite sides of the screen, blue and green. Yeah, it just looks so fast and stuff. It's really cool looking animation. So as you can see, they're trading a Pancham for a Mimikyu. And then you see the completion of the trade animation, which is fairly, and the completion of the trade animation is fairly similar to how it is in Generation 6. So this next one, we see the player riding a Tauros, and the Tauros seems to have some sort of saddle on it. And if you watch this part of the trailer, it looks as if they did some sort of speed boost, and I think that might be the case actually, because you could see some sort of aura around the front of the Tauros, implying that it's some sort of speed boost to go faster, especially with all the dust it's kicking up. And next we have another one of these weird poses. Who even knows what this is? Like, I have a feeling it's definitely something special. Alright. So next we have this interesting looking scene with the player and Hao on a boat sailing. Next we have another scene depicting a player riding a Pokemon. This time they're riding a Stoutland, and you can see there's some sort of harness on the Stoutland which they're using to ride it. And next is another scene where a Pokemon is being ridden. This time they're riding a Lapras on the water, and they actually have more saddle-like things on it. Next they're riding a Sharpedo like it's a speedboat, and that's so cool. Look at all the water it's kicking up behind it. And next we have what seems to come after the trainer does that weird pose in battle. It has to be in battle. And then afterwards we see the Pokemon getting really pumped up, and it shows their type icon on the screen. So who knows what that could mean. I think it's like some sort of super attack, some super type based attack, because that aura around Rowlet there, it looks to be very similar to the kind of aura around Pikachu we saw in a previous screenshot, except this time it's more green-like. Alright, and that's about it. Alright, so I guess that about wraps it for this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like because it helps the channel a lot, and be sure to subscribe for some more Pokemon news. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!